late. But I mean, hey, shit. I show up to late work too. Late work. Right. No. I show up to work late too. Okay. So, I mean, Grego's very valuable. So I don't really, I'm not one of those, guys that's going to be like, hey, you were 5 minutes later. Hey, you were 10 minutes later. I'm going to have to write you up. I don't do all that. Grego's value shows it all. When I ask him to do something, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's going to be so far until I catch up to it. But normally, Grego responds within 2 to 4 minutes to be exact. It depends on if he's driving or if he's busy at home. Like I can say right now, Grego, tell me the top 5 picks in the 1993 NBA draft. Now, y'all will probably see him posted before I catch up to the chat and all that stuff. But anyway, that's just how Grego rolls. So, back to the whole KD thing. He's going to Golden State 2 years, $54.3 million player option after 1. You got fans out there burning his jersey by shooting it. Now, the video has been deleted or whatever, but there was some fans out in OKC, doused his jersey in lighter fluid, shot the jersey up, jersey caught on fire. Okay? And I don't mean the number 1 Chief Rocket jersey from Kevin Durant's jersey. I got to wet my whistle. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. I got to wet my whistle because, like I told you, man, my throat is itchy, my throat. But if you really look at it to me, I'm about to rile some people up. Are you trying to get a rise out of me, Agent Cool Young? Before I go any further, I got to give a shout out. Woo! To the man I've been wanting to hear. You got plenty of time to get home, my good sir. Driving. We got Bussa, the Sigma, a.k.a. Bussa Bus, the resident Oklahoma City Thunder advisor, and also the resident Washington football team advisor. He currently resides in OKC. Bus, I need you. I'm going to have to skip through a lot of y'all's chat. I'm way behind in the chat. Let's skip through a lot of y'all's chat. And then, Bus, I need you to tell me what is the word on the streets out there in Oklahoma City. There ain't any buildings burning down. They blowing shit up. It was Independence Day, 4th of July. People blowing up firecrackers anyway. And KD decides he's going to take his, let me not say that. KD decides he's going to Golden State Warriors to go play for them. I need to know the pulse of the streets out there in Oklahoma City. I know every show has probably not talked about anything other than KD leaving out there. So let me know what it is. Grego said, here's a stat. Dollars reference Aisha 17 times. And Chief said, fuck, filling any non-Nick or Giant 87 times this month. And my man Grego. This stat man. Like I told you, my stat man. Whether it's a stat I asked for or a stat that he just decided he wants to share with it. Dollar says so to Kwame Brown. But anyway, like I was trying to say, man, if there's only 2 people, not persons, but 2 people that I think have the legitimate right to be upset with Kevin Durant. Number 1 is the Oklahoma City fans, because you're fans. Okay? You're fans. You have the right to be upset. The man left your team. He was a damn near mayor in the city. Been there 9 years after the what was it, the tornado or something like that came through, the storm that came through and ripped the whole city up. He was walking through the city, donated a ton of money, had a movie called Thunderstruck. I think it was after that, after the whole natural disaster that happened out there. And, he was real big for the city. And shouts out to Sam Presti for taking the high road and not trashing him like Dan Gilbert did LeBron James. Now, it is reported, keep in mind, that KD did let OKC know. He gave him a phone call, let him know about his decision before he posted it in the Players Tribune. But the OKC fans and the other person is Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes. Even though, on the flip side, Harrison Barnes could probably thank him, but word on the street is once Dallas offered Harrison Barnes a max contract, OKC, Golden State was going to match, considering the fact that they couldn't get Kevin Durant. And they did, so they didn't. Aha! Where's this spoon? Yeah. Willie says Vince got who the hell Vince got a ring? Vince Carter ain't got no damn ring. Vince Carter does not have a ring, sir. Vince Carter does not have a ring. He's played for Toronto. I don't even know all his teams anymore. He's played for Toronto. Who else Vince has played for? He's played for Memphis. He's played for Dallas. He wasn't there when Dallas won. I don't even know all of Vince's team. Grego, tell me everybody who Vince Carter's played for, please, sir. You know, Charles, Hated Detective said Charles Barkley, Gary Payton won a ring with Miami. Gary Payton didn't win no damn ring with Miami, did he? Was he in Miami when they won? Charles Barkley didn't win no ring. Yeah, thank you, Hated Detective. Vince never won a ring. Nah, Vince didn't win with Dallas, Willie. Charles Barkley didn't win no ring either. And I really don't think Gary Payton did, but he might have been on that Miami team when they won. When D Wade took them to when D Wade propelled them to the championship. Jersey Vern says if you play for Atlanta, you will never get a ring. Grego says Jay Fish sounding good and clear. New equipment or new studio. We are still live in studio B. It's just some new equipment out there. And, it's probably going to be minimal breaks today, maybe. Sometimes I'm going to have to take a break. I got to wet my whistle, rest my pipes and all that stuff. But, like I said, man, this show is basically predicated on Kevin Durant and his decision to go to the Golden State Warriors. And we are going to be playing different songs. Well, there's only 3 of them. But we're probably playing about 300 times. And the next one I chose is...
See, I believe in money, power, and respect. First you get the money,
then
you get the motherfucking power.
After,
power,
then what?
Motherfuckers will respect you. 1 pound respect, what you eating like. 1 pound respect, what you eating right. 1 pound respect, sleep at night. You'll see the light, key to life. 1 pound respect, what you eating like. 1 pound respect, what you eating right. 1 pound respect, 1 pound respect.
Yeah, hey yo, my whole clique bout it. We take yours while you pout about it. Truck, step out the roads, wanna crowd around it. You can see me on Optimum MTV. On your back and turn the light out, scream, Bloody Mary, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So basically, you see where I'm going with this, don't you? What the hell is that? Oh yeah. So Harrison Barnes, to me, has a right to be mad at KD. Now Harrison Barnes, though he should thank him because now he has a max contract. Like I said, reports came out that after Dallas offered him a max contract, the Golden State was going to match, even though it's hard for me to see that. But, maybe you go ahead and sign him and trade him later. But now he gets a max contract, but he's going to Dallas. They ain't finna win no ring. Who else did Dallas sign? Dallas signed the freaking Seth Curry. They kept Dirk and paid him $20 million a year. And they picked up, or they kept Darren Williams. They got Dwight Powell and Andrew Bogut. Yeah. So not gonna be able to do it. Hater Detective said Dominique Wilkins. Yeah, he's another one who didn't win a ring. Wait. Buster says, I think it was a bullshit decision. Buster, now it is my job before the end of this show today to convince you otherwise. All right? That's what I came to do today. So, reports are coming out, and we don't know how true these are just reports. And like always, today's source of information is the score.com. Anyway, so there's reports coming out saying that KD was frustrated with Russell Westbrook, and he felt like the team had plateaued. And the governor was talking about that too on his show. He felt like the team had pretty much plateaued, and they were pretty much as good as they were going to get. And Billy Donovan came in And he still had the same issues as he had under Scott Brooks, which is the offense didn't change much. They run a lot of isolation plays. And Kevin Durant, he took a lot of contested shots. And, I guess being a guy who's a scorer, as prolific as a scorer as he is, he wanted to be, he wanted to take some uncontested shots. Give me some open ones. Let me get a pick and roll with a wide open dunk. Excuse me, my throat. So, and that's basically what it was. What these reports are saying. And it kind of reflects to what KD said when he says basketball decision. It was a basketball decision. Russell Westbrook and him are very good friends off the court, but at the same time, you got to think about this. Westbrook led the team in usage, even though Durant was a far, far more efficient scorer. KD wanted to play in the type of offense where it was a lot of ball movement, and Oklahoma City Thunder ranked dead last in the league, dead last in passes per game. Dead last. All right? So, there's all type of different reasons. And here's another thing, Buster, this is for you too. Can we really blame Kevin Durant as much or more than we can really blame, what's the owner's name? Freaking Clayton Bennett. Can we blame Kevin Durant more than we can blame Clayton Bennett for damn not paying the luxury tax back then and keeping James Harden? I don't have the answer to that question, but I'm asking y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? Can we really blame KD more than we're blaming the owner? And Dollars was saying this too. Look at the whole Peyton Manning and Indianapolis Colts situation. Peyton Manning was supposed to look at the damn Miami Heat and Dwayne Wade situation right now. Dwayne Wade has been taking haircuts, and they asked him to take another one. This dude's looking for 20, and they offered him 10. Okay? That's like your boss at your job telling you, hey, look, I know you due for a raise. If you can stay where you're at right now at your, let's just say at your $18 an hour, if you can stay right there at your 18, the raises are normally 50 cents. Next year, instead of giving you the 50 cents twice and giving you $1, we'll give you $1.25. We'll give you an extra quarter. Or, hey, we'll give you an extra 40 cents. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you $1.40 instead of the dollar that you would be making if you could just hold out another year at what you're presently making. And you say, okay, I can do that. And then that time comes around where you do your $1.40 and they say, hey, look, we know we promised you $1.40, but if you take the dollar and leave the 40 cents, we can then turn that 40 into another $1 in 2 years. Keep the 40 cents. Let us keep the 40 cents. And in 2 years, we'll turn that, that's bad. We'll turn that into $2 instead of $1.40, because then we give you a bonus. So in 2 more years, so now you've waited 2 years to get the $1.40 that you sacrificed for. And now that you're ready to get the $1.40, they're giving you the $1 that you would have had anyway, had you got your raises the way you're supposed to get them. And then they say, oh, well, if you let us keep the 40 cents, we'll take that 40 and add another 60 cents on top of it at the end of your next 2 years. So instead of, you'll be getting a $2 raise instead of the $1, even though out of that $2, $1.40 is actually owed to you. So they're throwing in 60 cents. And then 2 years later, when it's time for you to get that $2, they say, hey, look, hey, guy, look, man, we know you've been grinding it out the past couple years and you've been doing what we asked you to. You've been taking, less money to try to help out the organization and everything and the company. And we really appreciate what you've done for us. But we're going to have to ask you to take another cut. Instead of the $2 that we owe you, we're going to give you the dollar that you would have gotten